Hello everyone, my name is Wayne.
And I'm Rebecca.
And we are your Bourbon Journey. A week ago, we were out doing some shopping and we stopped at another liquor store near our house. And we went ahead and walked in and we saw this Larceny, the A125. And we have not found the A125 before. And we decided to go ahead and purchase it and review it today and see if it's any good. And Rebecca, we're gonna give the lowdown about this bottle.
Absolutely. This is Larceny Barrel Proof A125. The classification is a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. The company and distillery is Heaven Hill. The mash bill is 68% corn, 20% wheat, and 12% malted barley. So yes, this is a wheated whiskey. The age is a range of 6 to 8 years old. The proof is 125. And it was released in January of 2025, but we did not find it until March. The MSRP is $65. As Wayne indicated, on March 22nd, we did locate it for $69.99, just slightly over MSRP at Varsity Liquors in Evansville, Indiana. Well, a mere 6 days later, I also found it at Sam's Club for $58.98. So yes, I did get a backup bottle because we typically do enjoy Larceny quite a bit. I will say that we have never had the A version of Larceny. And I'll also say that we've watched a few YouTube channels that have not appreciated this particular release. They say it's not up to par with what Larceny usually is. So I'm really curious to see what we think. We're going to be open-minded. We're not going to go into it saying we love Larceny, therefore we think it's amazing. We're just going to go into it saying what it is.
Same people that didn't like this love the Jack Daniel's 12 and 14 and, and to that. But, that's your profile and hey, drink what you like, when you like it, and when you can.
And as we always say, we are giving our opinion on what it is today for our palate, for our taste profile on this particular day. We could taste something 5 days from now and have a completely different opinion. Mm-hmm. That's just the way your palate works. It has to do with your mood, the weather, what you've eaten the last few days. There's just so many things that go into it. So I always take other reviewers with a grain of salt and know that just because we may like or not like something doesn't mean you have to like or not like it. Right?
Exactly. We hope you're at least entertained and maybe you consider buying a bottle or maybe not buying it based on what we think. So,
or at least subscribing to us to see what else we might have to say.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and let's pick it up and let's see what they got. It's got actually a decent color.
Yeah, it's got a pretty color.
Like a medium amber.
Medium amber. It's kind of nice. I like it.
Let me do the Kurt from SLB.
He's got it.
Massaging it against my chest.
Making it kind of warm and getting it going.
I almost feel like seeing
It's a chilly day. It's raining here in Evansville, Indiana.
I almost feel like saying the Pledge of Allegiance.
But it looks nice, but I'm going to let the legs form a bit while I'm nosing it. You got some legs going.
I do.
He's got legs.
That's actually a pretty good nose.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's got a weeder nose. I like the nose. It's very sweet. It's inviting. It smells like a weeded bourbon.
I have to laugh because, when people, basically smell their bourbon, I've had problems for years with my nose. And other people are like, well, you got this nostril. You're like, out of that nostril. I switch both.
Mine. I switch mine back and forth constantly.
I can't do it. If I do that, I basically go here and I get nothing. I go here, I get nothing. I don't know why. But so that's why I tend to get in there.
He sticks his nose in it pretty much.
And, maybe move my nose around a little bit and try to pick up stuff.
But I do the whole swishing back and forth, see what my right side says, see what my left side says, because I do get different notes in each nostril.
I tell you, it's a weeder with punch.
Yeah, you can tell it's got some proof on it.
I like it on the Schnazi.
So I'm getting sweet notes, but I'm not getting some specific weeded bourbon notes that sometimes I get on the nose, such as I'm not getting like a honey or honeysuckle. I'm not getting any floral notes. I'm not getting bread notes.
The more I try to get into it, I'm encountered and I'm hit by a lot of ethanol. And I'm not saying that's bad, but
it's
for me, it's the proof. I'm getting a lot of wheat though. So that doesn't deter me being a weeder. If I'm going to drink a weeder, I at least like to smell it and get it. So,
well, let's taste it.
No,
to A125 of Larceny this year.
A125. Cheers.
That is definitely different, I think, than any of the profiles from last year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting almost a smokiness on it. I was not expecting that.
There is a little bit of wheat, so it does line up.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of, there's a baking spice in there, but I'm not sure what it is.
I'm getting like a nutmeg.
It might be a good call. I get confectionery sugar
for
on
me,
this.
it's like, if it's not spicy, but it's got that same kind of feeling, then it's, instead of cinnamon, I go nutmeg typically, because nutmeg isn't really spicy. I'm going to do another one. I am getting some kind of dough on it, some kind of baked good, but I'm not getting a Danish. My favorite wheaters are when I get Danish. I love getting a Danish, or my favorite's like Danish. My second favorite is getting like some kind of like wheat toast with either lots of butter on it or with honey. I'm not getting either one of those.
I can see why a lot of people have not liked this. I mean, you can taste the wheat on it, but there's a lot of ethanol in it. It's got alcohol in it for sure.
And, you know, normally with Heaven Hill and Elijah Craig, we don't mind the higher proof. This seems to be drinking like a high proof, even
it does.
Whereas Elijah Craig is often fools you. Okay, you're gonna laugh. I know I said it.
I will not laugh at my wife. It's too scary.
Well, I said this on another video we recently did, and it was also a wheater, I think, and you're gonna laugh. I'm getting soft baked pretzel again, and I don't know if I just have it in my brain right now. It's like this fresh out of the oven Ben's Pretzel Company, like down here in Southern Indiana, that makes this big soft pretzels. They're just amazing. That's kind of what I'm getting. So it's not a sweet dough. See, usually I get like a really nice sweet wheat bread, or I get a really nice sweet Danish. I'm getting this pretzel dough thing.
My palate's getting a lot of confusion, and I'm not. I can see why a lot of people were really conflicted with this in tastings. I don't think it's bad, but you know, we haven't had a lot of the A125s to do comparison to last year and the year before. Yes. And so we can't do a comparison. Well, 2022 was just outstanding, and it hit a floral, and it tasted like a pear and whatever, and a watermelon. So we don't have that comparison, but I can see that this probably has issues with maybe stuff that they've had before.
Okay, for me, because it seems way out of the lane. Okay, for you go into Larceny Barrel Proof. If you love Larceny Barrel Proof, which we do, and you kind of come into it with an expectation for where it's going to fall. It may not be identical each time. You don't expect that, but you expect it to be somewhere, as you were saying, in that lane, right? That's exactly what you said. And for me, this one's coming a little more savory, right? Because instead of the pastry notes, I'm getting these pretzel notes. And you're going to laugh at me, I'm picking up clove. And I've never picked up clove in a wheater before, but I'm feeling like it's clove-like. And by the way, I don't know if you were watching the one where you're talking about getting clove, and I was getting clove so much. I bought a whole tin of clove gum. So I was chewing some clove gum the other day, and one of my cats took off with the package, and I found clove gum all over the house. But I think they thought it smelled good too.
I want to get clove cigarettes, except for the fact that it's probably like $8 to $10 a pack and $6 a tax or whatever. So I won't go that lane. So we'll just stick with the gum. Interesting with clove.
I'm picking that. So it's much more savory. Normally this is very, not dessertish to me, but it has a lot of sweet notes. And this is not sweet to me. And I'm not hating it. It's just, I'm having to change my expectations for what the bottle was going to be. And if I was thinking it's going to be Danish with vanilla icing on it, it's going to have these notes, that's not what I'm getting. So I've had to shift to think, this is kind of savory. It's got pretzel dough, and it's got clove. It's got some other things going on. So if I were to close my eyes and not know what I was drinking, I would really enjoy this more.
Okay.
Does
well,
that make sense?
Well, here's the question then, based on everything you said, because we now have 2 bottles of it.
Yeah, we do, because I bought a backup bottle.
Would you have, after tasting it, would you have been of the mindset to go buy another?
Oh, absolutely, because I got it for $58 and I think it's a great pour.
Okay.
It's just not my traditional, I want a Larceny pour tonight. It's closer. Well, I started to say it's closer to an Elijah Craig pour, but it doesn't have the cherry notes that Elijah Craig does. But it's like a high proof pour that I would enjoy after work.
I wouldn't buy another bottle.
Really?
No.
Okay. I'm liking it because I like pretzel dough and because I like clove. So for me, it's like hitting some savory notes that I'm really enjoying.
Well, if I ever find the pretzel dough in it myself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a bottle of ground mustard, and I'm going to go ahead and start spooning that in my mouth and chase it with this, whatever, because I love a ground mustard, whatever, with my pretzel.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying it is not. I'm just going to, for all you Larceny lovers out there, this is not a traditional bottle of Larceny.
Mm.
So if you go into it without those expectations of what your traditional Larceny Barrel Proof is, I think you'll be fine. If you like a more savory pour, and the savoriness is good. What if I'm looking for a Larceny pour? Am I going to pick this one? Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
I often look for something over 120 proof after work, and typically it's Elijah Craig. I would consider this one's kind of going to be a go-to for after work, I think, because I like that profile. It's not overly sweet. It's got some nice notes to it, and it's got the proof point that I want.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's like I said, myself, I probably would stick with the 1 bottle of it.
But at $58, I think it's a good buy.
Well, okay, if you're talking about 58, that's an entirely different story. If you're talking about 75,
and we've seen we saw it in another store recently for $90. I would not pay $90 for it.
And I would not pay $90 for it. No.
So I would not pay over MSRP of this, which is $65. But you can get it for $65. I would buy it again because I think it's a really nice high proof bourbon.
I will just say this: if my wife likes it, then I'm okay with it, because if it makes her happy, then it makes me happy, because I don't have to drink it myself. It's okay. It's not bad.
Did we talk about the finish at all?
No, actually we didn't.
Let's talk about the finish. I don't think we've done that. We gave a recommendation already and we haven't done the finish. Yeah, and there's this hint of smoke to it, which I've never gotten on a Larceny before. I mean, the first thing that hits my palate is a little bit of smoke. And I know I'm doing the finish, but that's what hit my palate was the smoke. Are you getting a smoke at all? A little smokiness for me.
Nope, I'm getting black pepper on the back.
I'm getting white pepper.
There we go, ebony and ivory.
That's why we get along, just saying.
Well.
Yeah, so I agree with the pepper. Let's just say pepper. There's pepper on the finish. It's kind of long.
It is a pretty long finish.
Mm-hmm. I'm not getting a lot of dynamics with it, so I'm not getting any sweet notes. Of course, there's not a lot of sweet notes to this, which is odd for a wheater. That's the main thing. If you drink a wheater for the sweet notes, this is probably not your thing.
Yeah,
it's not.
I would agree.
It's not sweet. It's super savory, and I'm getting smoky notes. I'm getting a little bit of the smoky notes on the finish. I'm liking it. If I were to put a paper bag over this and I were to drink it, I'd be like, this is a great bourbon. Then you tell me it's a Larceny Barrel Proof, I'm like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of where I am. My mind is confused.
My mind is whatever makes her happy.
You know what I'm saying, folks? I'm just saying, if you're going in with certain expectations, you probably will be disappointed. But if you go in just saying, let me see if I like this, is it in my taste profile? It might be.
Well, from a wheater standpoint, if you are a Maker's Mark fan, I don't think you'll like this at all.
But what about a Larceny Barrel Proof fan?
A Larceny Barrel Proof fan, you probably want it because you're more than likely somebody that gets every version of it.
Mm-hmm.
And
this is kind of the outlier. I mean, this is going to be really odd. I mean, we're hoping to get each one we've never gotten each one in a year. We're hoping to get A, B, and C this year. And I think we will be able to easily identify which one this one is, because it's just so different. Unless they've changed the profile.
Well, I don't know about that, but I will say that if the A version is the best of the 3, I'm going to really be sad, because that means it's going downhill for the rest of the year. more than likely it'll pick up. It's just different. It's got a different profile. It's a good change of pace.
Yeah. And considering when it's supposed to be released, I mean, granted, we didn't find it until March, but it was supposed to be released in January. So I would, when it was supposed to be released, it didn't hit our market. It's still kind of in that winter bourbon market. Mm-hmm. And as a winter bourbon, this is a great profile. Wheaters are typically more my spring and summer kind of thing, right? And this is hitting my winter profile a little bit. I mean, here it is April and it's still a cold day, and I'm kind of enjoying having a winter bourbon profile.
Myself, I'm just enjoying drinking bourbon. My wife, I know a lot of the guys out there that do these channels. They tend to not do with their wife, other than chasing neat. Great couple, and if
Stuff and whiskey.
Stuff and whiskey, that's true, and it's really cool to see them do that. It's a good.
Most of them were drug in by their husbands, and I drugged my husband in.
Yeah, I was drugged, and then I came in, and then it happened. It's fun to have a hobby though with it.
Yeah, we can do something we enjoy, and we go on a lot of trips together and enjoy tasting together, and it's pretty much what we do on our weekends.
It is. So with that said, Larceny, Connor O'Driscoll, the king of the neck pour. And when we see you again, I want to get you assigned another bottle, because you are the king of the neck pour. Cheers to you. Cheers to all the people out there that took the time to watch this. If you like us, please subscribe, and always remember to drink responsibly. Cheers.
Cheers.